Hello everybody. If you want to read all the stories in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you. Short story 196, The Flat Above the Cafe. The rain hammered against the window panes, a relentless drumming that filled the tiny flat with a melancholic rhythm. Inside, Sarah curled deeper into her armchair, a mug of lukewarm tea forgotten in her hand. Outside, the usually bustling London street was a blur of grey umbrellas and splashing pedestrians. She wasn't one to dwell on the weather, but lately it seemed to mirror her mood, dreary and uninspired. Her job as a graphic designer at a marketing firm had become a monotonous cycle of deadlines and uninspired projects. The spark that had once ignited her creativity felt like a dying ember. A loud clang from downstairs jolted her out of her reverie. It was probably Mrs. Abernathy, the energetic owner of the Italian cafe below, rearranging furniture again. Sarah smiled faintly. Mrs. Abernathy, a woman with a permanent twinkle in her eye and a seemingly endless supply of stories, was a constant source of amusement and a welcome distraction from the monotony upstairs. Suddenly a different sound filtered through the floorboards, a soft, rhythmic tapping. It wasn't Mrs. Abernathy's usual boisterousness. Intrigued, Sarah sat down her mug and crept toward the small, dusty hatch in the ceiling. This hatch, a relic of a bygone era, connected the living room of her flat directly to the cafe below. It had been nailed shut for years, deemed a fire hazard by the previous tenant. Curiosity gnawing at her, Sarah rummaged through her toolbox and found a rusty hammer. With a few hesitant blows, she pried open the hatch, revealing a narrow, cobweb-filled space. After a moment's hesitation, she grabbed a flashlight and squeezed through the opening. The cafe was deserted, the chairs stacked on tables covered in white linen. The tapping sound seemed to be coming from behind the counter, a small alcove hidden behind a heavy tapestry. Sarah cautiously approached, her heart pounding in her chest. Pushing aside the tapestry, she let out a gasp. There, nestled in the corner, was a young woman, her back pressed against the wall. Tears streamed down her soot-stained face, and she clutched a small leather-bound notebook in her shaking hands. Sarah froze, unsure how to react. The intruder, a girl who couldn't be much older than 20, looked up with wide, startled eyes. Fear flickered momentarily, then a flicker of defiance replaced it. "Who are you?" the girl demanded, her voice a hoarse whisper. I live upstairs," Sarah stammered, stepping closer and lowering the flashlight. "I heard a noise and—" The girl remained silent, holding Sarah's gaze with a steely intensity. Finally, Sarah made a decision. "Look," she said gently, "you seem scared. Do you want to come upstairs with me? We can talk." Hesitantly, the girl nodded. Sarah helped her out of the alcove, noticing a paint-splattered backpack slung over her shoulder. As they climbed the rickety stairs to the flat, a strange, earthy scent filled the air, the smell of fresh paint. Once inside, Sarah offered the girl a seat and a warm towel. The girl, introducing herself as Lily, slowly began to unwind. She explained that she was an art student, struggling to make ends meet and pay rent. Desperate for a quiet space to work, she had stumbled upon the abandoned hatch while exploring the cafe one evening. The tapping, she admitted with a sheepish grin, was an attempt to create a makeshift skylight to let in some natural light. Sarah listened intently, a spark of interest igniting within her. She found herself drawn to Lily's raw talent and determination, a stark contrast to the stale creativity she felt trapped in at work. "Let me see your work," Sarah blurted out before she could stop herself. Lily's eyes widened. She hesitated, then unzipped her backpack. revealing a portfolio bursting with vibrant sketches and charcoal portraits. Sarah gasped. The art was raw and emotional, capturing the essence of life on the streets with an intensity that resonated with Sarah's own longing for a creative outlet. "It's incredible," Sarah finally said, her voice filled with genuine awe. "You have a real gift, Lily." The compliment brought a shy smile to Lily's face. They spent the rest of the evening talking about art, dreams, and the struggles of being a young artist in a bustling city. As Sarah listened to Lily's aspirations, a bold idea began to form in her mind. "Lily," she said tentatively, "what if I told you I could offer you a space to work?" Lily's eyes widened again, this time with suspicion. "What do you mean?" "The cafe downstairs," Sarah explained. "Mrs. Abernathy is always looking for ways to attract customers. What if—" She paused, taking a deep breath. "What if we proposed a collaboration?" The next few days were a whirlwind of activity. Sarah, fueled by a newfound sense of purpose, pitched the idea to Mrs. Abernathy. The energetic cafe owner, ever open to new ideas, loved the concept. Lily, initially hesitant, was quickly won over by the prospect of a dedicated workspace and a chance to showcase her art. Together they transformed the cafe. Lily's artwork adorned the walls, creating a vibrant, welcoming atmosphere. Sarah, using her design skills, helped create a mini exhibition space in the back corner, complete with spotlights and display stands. The night of the opening arrived and the cafe buzzed with excitement. Local artists, students and curious residents packed the space. Lily, her nervousness replaced by an excited glow, stood beside her paintings, answering enthusiastic questions. Sarah, watching from the corner, felt a sense of accomplishment she hadn't felt in years. This wasn't just Lily's success, it was theirs. The experience had reignited Sarah's own creative spark, reminding her of the power of collaboration and the joy of chasing dreams. As the night wore on and the cafe echoed with laughter and discussions about art, Sarah knew this was just the beginning of something special. The flat above the cafe, once a lonely haven, had become a launching pad for dreams, a testament to the power of a chance encounter and a shared creative spirit. Vocabulary notes. Melancholic rhythm, adjective and noun. This describes a slow, sad beat. The rain creates a rhythm that matches Sarah's gloomy mood. Monotonous cycle, adjective and noun. This refers to something that is repetitive and boring. Sarah's job feels like the same tasks over and over again. Reverie, noun. This is a state of pleasant daydreaming. Sarah is lost in thought about her lack of creativity. Boisterous, adjective. This describes someone who is loud and energetic. Mrs. Abernathy brings a lively energy to the story. Cobweb-filled, adjective. This means covered in cobwebs, which are the webs of spiders. The hatch has not been used in a long time. Alcove, noun. This is a small recess in a wall. The tapestry hides a small alcove in the cafe. Soot-stained, adjective. This means stained with black soot, which is a product of burning. Lily's face is dirty from hiding. Steely intensity, adjective and noun. This describes a strong, unwavering gaze. Lily stares at Sarah with determination. Rambled, verb. This means to talk in a long and confused way. This word could be used to replace explained if Lily spoke quickly and nervously at first. Earthy scent, adjective and noun. This describes a strong natural smell like soil or plants. The paint Lily uses has a distinctive smell. Raw and emotional, adjective and adjective. This describes art that is unpolished but full of feeling. Lily's art expresses strong emotions. Whirlwind of activity. Noun. This describes a period of busy and chaotic activity. Sarah and Lily are very busy getting ready for the opening. Buzzed with excitement. Verb in preposition. This means to have a lot of excited activity. The cafe is full of people enjoying the opening night. Launching pad. Noun. This is a platform used to launch rockets or other things into space. Here it metaphorically refers to a starting point for something successful. Story written by Google Gemini AI. Images created by Copilot AI. To read all the stories in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you.